Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So, Aries, today we're going to focus on your past, present, as well as your future for the next 7 days. For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what we have for you. For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, we do have the Queen of Wands, which is Aries energy. All right, let's see, Aries. All right, Aries. In the recent past, we do have the Queen of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups, and then we also have the Nine of Cups. So it kind of looks like in the recent past, Aries, you met someone new, someone that you don't have any history with. I am definitely getting that this is definitely a fairly new connection that you started here in the recent past with someone. Now, this connection here, it did bring a lot of happiness, a lot of joy, but also a lot of excitement into your life. You know, this person that you were connecting with, Aries, in the recent past, it's someone that you genuinely felt really good about, but it's also somebody that you really, really did like. I'm also kind of getting that as well. Now, I do want to look a little bit more into the Ace of Cups before I start looking into the current energy. Tell me more about the Ace of Cups. Okay, very, very nice. True pair situation here between you and this person. We do have the King and the Queen of Wands. So it is a true pair situation here between you and this person. There is a huge possibility, though, that you could very well be connecting with your twin flame, because I'm definitely getting a twin flame connection strongly off of this connection that you just started here with someone in particular, okay? Now, again, this person that you're dealing with, I do feel like it is a fairly new person. I don't necessarily feel like this is somebody that you have a lot of history with or anything like that, okay? But it kind of looks like you and this person instantly hit it off with one another, which is really nice to see. And I feel like it has a lot to do with the fact that you guys mesh very well with one another. You guys also have a lot of things in common with one another. So I like it. It looks like things, were unfolding really nicely here between you and this person in the recent past. Now, currently at the moment, we do have the Wheel of Fortune. We also have the Emperor as well as the Seven of Pentacles out here. This to me kind of looks, Aries, like a very fast growing connection here between you and this person, which is not necessarily a bad thing. You know what's interesting is that this to me feels like a mutual feeling that the both of you find yourself feeling within this dynamic that you guys share with one another. Like, even though things are moving very quickly here between you and this person, things are growing very quickly here between you and this person, it doesn't, how do I say this? It doesn't, oh gosh, it doesn't feel like things are moving fast or growing quickly between you and this person, even though things are definitely growing and evolving pretty quickly here within this dynamic that you guys share with one another. It doesn't feel like you guys are moving fast. It doesn't feel like you guys are rushing things here with one another, which is kind of making me feel like this connection causes you to feel like, oh my God, like I feel like I've known this person my whole entire life, even though technically speaking, I don't. But I feel like the same applies for this person, Aries. There's an energy of them also feeling like they've known you their whole entire life, even though technically speaking, they haven't. Neither one of you have obviously known each other for that long, because this to me, like I said, feels like a very, very new relationship that I'm looking at between two people who don't have any sort of history with one another. But yeah, even though things appear to be moving very quickly and evolving pretty quickly between the two of you, it just feels right, I would say, to the both of you, is basically what I'm getting. Now, I do want to look at this Emperor a little bit more. Tell me more about this Emperor. For some of you, you could be dealing with another Aries. That's definitely a possibility. But we do have the High Priestess, we have the Moon, and then we also have the Justice card out here. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Knight of Wands. Believe it or not, Aries, I feel like they're going to end up pushing for something serious here to transpire between the two of you. I don't actually see you being the one to push for anything serious just yet between you and them, although I feel like that's something that you genuinely do want, is for things to eventually get serious between you and them. But I feel like they are actually going to be the one to push for something more serious here to transpire between the two of you. As far as they're concerned, they feel like they know everything that they need to know about you. And it kind of looks like they like what it is that they see. Hence why they're more than likely going to be the one to push for something more serious to transpire here. Between the two of you is basically what I'm getting. Now, I do want to look at the moon for whatever odd reason. I feel like I'm being drawn to like clarify the moon card. Tell me more about the moon. All right. So we do have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Tower out here, and then we also have the King of Cups. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't feel like this person's gonna see all this coming though. But I feel like throughout the course, and this, by the way, this has nothing to do with like the relationship that you guys share with one another or anything like that. I do feel like this person more than likely is going to experience, unfortunately, them getting laid off and or fired throughout the course of their relationship with you is basically what I'm getting. I feel like this person currently works I wouldn't say that they love the job that they currently work at. I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but I just kind of feel like they got it good, I would say, at the job that they currently work at, and that's kind of why they like it. That job, specifically is because they got it good somehow, some way. I don't know. Maybe this person makes a really good living for themselves. Maybe this person has a really good schedule. Regardless of which of those things this person's actually experiencing within their job, I do feel like this person is going to end up either getting laid off or fired is basically what I'm getting. I'm not getting an energy of them quitting. I am definitely getting an energy of them either getting laid off or getting fired, but I feel like that's something that this person's going to experience within this relationship that they share with you. Now, how do you play a role in this? Well, I do feel like when this does happen, um, it's something that I feel like they want to keep from you. Why do they want to keep all of this from you? I have no idea, but I am definitely getting like an overall energy of them wanting to kind of keep the fact that they either got laid off or basically lost their job from you is basically what I'm getting. Tell me more about the High Priestess. We have the Page of Pentacles, we got the Knight of Swords, and then we also have the Hermit. I do see them like kind of contemplating, whether or not they should tell you or not, but there's an energy of them feeling strongly like this is something that they have to kind of keep to themselves. Why does this person feel like they have to keep this from Aries? Okay. We have the Nine of Wands, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and then we also have the Five of Cups. For whatever reason, they feel like it's going to affect their relationship with you. For whatever reason, they feel like it's going to affect their relationship with you in the worst way, and that's not necessarily something that they want to experience and or have happen is basically what I'm getting. You got to keep in mind, right, that this relationship is growing very quickly here. I keep getting that for this relationship. This relationship is growing very, very fast. So I wouldn't put it past either one of you to like get a place together or them move in with you or you move in with them because things are growing very fast here between you and this person to the point where, there could very well be a situation like that where you guys are already living together or you guys are planning on living together. And then boom, this happens out of nowhere because I just kind of feel like at this point when this does happen, things are going to be at a very serious level between the two of you. Like they're already living with you or you're already living with them or you guys already have a place together. Like that's kind of what I'm getting primarily is that when this moment unfortunately does happen to this person where they get laid off and or lose their job, they're more than likely going to be sharing a home with you at that point, okay? And like I said, there is an energy of them wanting to tell you, but there's an energy of them not wanting to tell you, but it's mainly because they feel like it's going to affect their relationship with you. In other words, it's going to cause them to kind of feel like now all of a sudden they're a burden on you, and now all of a sudden you have to take care of all the bills all by yourself because they, technically speaking, can't do it because of their situation. And, you know, they just, again, they just don't want this moment that they're experiencing to affect their relationship with you, but they just can't help but to feel like it's going to. Not to say that it will affect their relationship with you, but that's just a fear that they basically have, is that, you know, because they feel like they can't really provide for you, you know, in the ways that, for example, they used to, you know, they kind of feel like you're going to start to feel overwhelmed and burdened by them, and, you know, things of that nature, which is something that this person doesn't want you. Um, yeah, they just, it's just something that they just don't want you to feel within this relationship that you guys share with one another, because I don't feel like this person is trying to be a burden on you, um or anything like that. I want to look at the Knight of Swords. Okay. Oof. Okay. We have the we have the Queen of Cups, we got the Seven of Swords, and then we also have the Nine of Pentacles. Oh gosh. I feel like this person is very afraid when it comes down to how you're going to react if they do tell you. Like, are you going to be understanding and supportive of them, or are you going to be like, nah, screw this, like I'm not going to take care of you, I'm not going to deal with this, I'm not going to deal with that, you know what I mean? This person looks at you, by the way, as somebody who's very, very independent, somebody who doesn't like to rely on anybody or depend on anyone. And I feel like this person is just like you. You know, they're very independent. They don't like to rely on anybody or depend on anyone. So the fact that they're kind of being, you know what I mean, put in a situation where they feel like they kind of have to rely on you and depend on you, they don't fucking like it. Straight up, like this person doesn't like it. They're just like you. They're very, very independent, and they don't like to rely on anybody or ask for help from absolutely anyone. So the fact, you know, that they're being put in a situation which is out of their control, by the way, because we have the tower out of here. Yeah, we have the tower out here, which is basically insinuating that everything that is happening is completely and utterly out of their control. They can't control the fact that they're getting laid off. They can't control the fact that they're getting fired. You see what I mean? So that's their worry. It's like they don't know how you're going to respond and react to this. It's like they don't know if you're going to be understanding and supportive, or if you're going to just turn around and get mad and just be like, no, like I don't want to deal with you, and I'm not trying to take care of you, and you know what I mean? um I don't know. This person kind of feels stuck, to be completely honest, on what they should do, especially when you guys like share a home together. It's like, how do they, like, that's my thing, is like, how do they honestly plan on pulling this shit off over here? You know what I mean? Like, how do they plan on pulling this off? Like, how do they plan on pulling this off? Because if you guys live together and share a home together, it's like, I'm pretty sure you will eventually catch on that this one over here is not going to work. You know what I mean? Granted, they may go as far as to pretend like they're actually going to work, and just kind of wait until you actually get up and go to work, and then they just go back home. I don't know how they plan on playing this, but I think that this person knows that they they kind of have no choice but to eventually tell you, because I feel like this is going to be a hard secret, I would say, to keep from you. Is basically what I'm getting. Okay, now let's carry on. We have the Two of Pentacles, we got the Seven of Cups, and then we also have the Ace of Wands. I do kind of feel like this person's like in a full-blown state of like, you know, panic mode is kind of what I'm getting off of this person's energy. I don't feel like this is your energy. I feel like this is their energy, but this person's like in a full-blown state of like panic mode. It's basically what I'm getting. It's like, that's another thing about this person, but I'll get to that in a minute. There's an energy of them trying to like rush to like, you know, find, you know, another job is basically what I'm getting. But here's what I do want to mention when it comes down to your person. Your person comes off to me as somebody who's like very picky, when it comes down to what they want, you know, as far as like a job is concerned, like the schedule that they want, and you know, the benefits that they want. There's nothing wrong with them being picky when it comes down to what they want to do, you know, as far as, you know, for a living is concerned. But I do kind of feel like because they're very picky, I guess. I feel like it's going to take them a little while to find, I guess, like the perfect job for them that fits the schedule that they're looking for, the benefits that they basically want. Um, the hourly rate that they're, okay with. I just kind of feel like it's going to take this person a while to find a job because of that, specifically because of that, what I basically mentioned. How is Aries going to feel about all of this? Okay, so we got that Tower energy coming out again with the Ace of Pentacles to the Hermit. Okay. All right. So it kind of looks, Aries, like it kind of looks like you are going to be a little bit taken back by all of this, to be completely honest. This to me kind of feels like there's a lot of like responsibilities now all of a sudden being dumped on you. And when it comes down to like, paying the bills and making sure all the bills get paid, like you're going to pay your bills. You're going to make sure your bills get paid regardless. That's kind of besides the point here. I just kind of feel like this entire situation does kind of have you like feeling a little bit overwhelmed, but a little bit stressed out. I'm also kind of getting that, but I feel like you're trying your hardest to like remain grounded and as centered as you possibly can, because you kind of know that stressing the hell out is not going to improve the situation, or worrying yourself to death is not going to improve the entire situation or anything like that. So I do kind of feel like you go from having someone that you can rely and depend on to not having someone that you can rely on and depend on because of the situation that they kind of find themselves in. Do I feel like you're gonna be mad or you're gonna kick them to the curb or anything like that? No, I'm not getting that, even though that is their fear, to be completely honest, when it comes down to you, is you kicking them to the curb and wanting nothing to do with them because now they can't, provide for you in the ways that, they did prior to this event happening. But I feel like you have like this full understanding that none of this is their fault. It would be one thing if this person were to quit their job and hit you with the, I just don't want to work anymore, then that's a whole nother damn ball game. But the fact that this person lost their job, and like I said, it is out of their control, because I don't feel like this person is, quitting their job or anything like that. I feel like they're either getting laid off or they're getting fired for whatever reason, is basically what I'm getting. What else can you tell me for this connection? All right, we have the Judgment card, we got the Star, and then we also have the King of Swords, and then we also have the Magician out here, okay? And then we also have the Lovers to the Ten of Wands, and then we also have the Five of Wands to the Four of Cups. Okay, so Aries, when it comes down to your person, and by the way, you guys are showing up as a true pair yet again to one another. We do have the King and the Queen of Swords out here. So when it comes down to your person, Aries, I see this person wanting to do something in particular with their life, and it's something that they're very passionate about. It's something that they genuinely believe they would be good at. So there's a possibility that they could very well be turning like a passion of theirs into a business. That's a possibility. But I feel like there's just something in particular that this person has in mind that they want to go off and basically pursue. There's a huge possibility also. There's a huge possibility also too that this person could very well be thinking about going back to school to land a job in a field that they're very, very passionate about, because I am definitely getting that strongly. Why do I feel like that's what they're going to do? I feel like that's what they're going to do, to be honest. Aries, I feel like this person's probably thinking about going back to school to land a job in a field that they're very passionate about, or they're thinking about starting a business, because again, it's like I do see them, looking for another job, something that's going to fit, the schedule that they want, and comes with the benefits that they're looking for and the pay rate that they, truly want and feel like they basically deserve, right? And I feel like because they're so like picky when it comes down to like, I guess the jobs that they're willing to, work at, I feel like it's going to cause them to like fall into this energy of, you know what, instead of me looking for a job that doesn't, fit the schedule that I'm looking for, the pay rate that I'm looking for, the benefits that I'm looking for, I think I'll just go back to school. You know what I mean? And land a job in a field that I'm very passionate about. And, I guess that's fine. But the downside, right? I would say to all of this is that now you know what I mean, you're gonna eventually find yourself feeling like this, feeling like everything's kind of like crashing down like upon you, because now you have all of these responsibilities, you know what I mean. And I feel like it's starting to become a little bit too much, to be completely honest, for you, to have to like do everything all by yourself, and not really have, their support, I guess, financially speaking. Okay. Um, I feel like this person is kind of putting you in a, how do I say this? I feel like this person's kind of putting you in like a shitty situation, to be completely honest. Because of course, of course, you want this person to, start that business they've always wanted to start, or go back to school to land a job in a field that they're very passionate about. Like, of course, you want to be supportive, and you want them to accomplish and achieve, whatever it is that they want to accomplish and achieve in life. So I see you trying to be supportive, but I also kind of see you feeling very overwhelmed by it all. You know what I mean? Because now it's like you're having to kind of carry this massive fucking burden, all by yourself. And it's hard because you're only one person. You can only do so much. You see what I mean? Like, granted, yes, you're independent. We've already established that you're very independent. You're very ambitious. We get all of that, but the point is that it's nice. You know what I mean? It's very nice to have somebody who's going to help you. Um, Financially speaking, it's nice to have that. And that's the thing, is that you don't have that. And I don't feel like you're gonna have that for a while if they decide to go down this route of, what, on second thought, I'm gonna go back to school, and it's gonna take me, I don't know, 9 months. You know what I mean? To get whatever certification I need to get, or whatever the case may be, and then I'll get a job. That's a long time. That's a long time. You doing everything all by yourself. That's a very, very long time. So I just feel like this person's putting you in a shitty situation, because deep down inside, it's like you want them to go off and pursue whatever it is that they want to go off and pursue, but you know that it's going to take time before they start generating money. Is basically, your concern. And because it's going to take time, I don't feel like you're okay with this, to be completely honest, because again, it's like, yeah, you're the type of person that, are going to make sure that the bills get paid, and that you guys have food in the refrigerator and everything like that. Like, like you're gonna make that happen regardless. There's no doubt in my mind about it. You're gonna make it happen. But you just don't want to go a while, having to do everything all by yourself. Like, a month or two, all right, fine. But it's like, anything past that, I don't think that you're okay with that. You know what I mean? I just don't think that you're okay with that. And I don't blame you as to why you wouldn't be okay with that. But I just feel like they're putting you in a shitty situation, because a lot of you feel like if you were to like say, no, you can't do that because you got to help me, or whatever the case may be, it's going to come off like you're not being supportive. It's going to come off like you're trying to control them. But it's like, if you bite down your tongue and not say anything, you're going to have to carry this heavy ass load all by yourself. And even though like you got this without a shadow of a doubt, because you were very, very independent before you met them, and you're very, very independent now when you're with them, you know what I mean? But it's not something that you want to do, because I feel like you've been down this road before. You know what it's like to have to do everything all by yourself, and there's times where that could get overwhelming and very, very stressful. So I get it. I get it. All right, what else can you tell me? Yeah. Yeah. All right. We have the Three of Pentacles. We got the Empress. We also have the Eight of Wands to the Ten of Pentacles. By the way, your person showed up as an Empress, so another true pair situation here, between you and this person. Mm. Yeah. Aries, I kind of feel, like you knew. to be honest, that eventually this would happen. You know what I mean? That eventually, something would happen and you would have to kind of do everything all by yourself, is kind of what I'm getting. Because there's like this, like, inner knowing that I'm basically getting from you. It's like you knew that you couldn't really rely on them long term, anyways. I just kind of feel like you kind of knew this, like on an intuitive level, that you couldn't really rely on them. Um, yeah, you couldn't really rely on them, not for a long period of time. But that's why I feel like you've always made it a priority to make sure that you have your stuff in order, because I feel like on an intuitive level you just kind of knew that you couldn't really rely on this person long term, anyways. Is kind of what I'm getting. We have the Queen of Pentacles, we also have the Three of Swords, and then we also have the Two of Wands. Don't get me wrong, I feel like you absolutely love this person, this relationship that you share with this person. It just sucks that, you know, you can't really rely on them long term, anyways. You can't really rely on them long term, because I do kind of feel like there was a point in time where you were kind of like, relying on this person to help you, especially financially speaking. um I do, but the fact that this person's going through what they're going through, like, it is kind of setting you back. That's one thing that I'm definitely getting. It is setting you back, and it is kind of causing you to kind of feel like, see, I knew I couldn't really rely on them long term. Like, I knew it was only a matter of time before something happened, on their end, causing this entire situation to go south. I also feel like you're really mad at them, um, which is kind of making me feel like they're more than likely getting fired. They're not necessarily getting laid off. They're more than likely getting fired, for whatever reason. They're getting fired. And this may not be the first time that this person has lost their job, due to whatever it is that they're doing on their end that keeps getting them fired left and right. That's definitely a possibility. Um, I just kind of feel like, yes, you love them, yes, you care for them deeply. You just want them to be more responsible and more reliable and more, you know, dependable, because a lot of you feel like, even though, yeah, it's nice that you had this moment with them where you were relying on them and they were helping you out, like, yeah, it was great while it lasted, but it's like the fact that you kind of find yourself in this predicament, having to kind of carry this massive load all by yourself. No, you're not too happy about it. And the fact that they're kind of hitting you with this whole, like, oh, on second thought, I actually want to go to school, while they're in school, you know what I mean? They're not going to be able to help you out, you're just going to have to kind of carry the burden until this person finishes school, then gets a job, and then, is able to basically help you out, you know? So that's basically what I'm getting, Aries, for this entire situation, Um, that's kind of what I'm getting. I feel like this person could totally do both, as far as like going to school, but also getting a job in the meantime. And it doesn't have to be a job that they love or the perfect, job for them. It's just something in the meantime to kind of help you out. But it's interesting because I don't even, how do I explain this? How do I explain this? How do I explain this? It's like, I feel like that's kind of what they're hitting you with, and that's kind of why you find yourself in like a shitty situation, right? Because it's either they're giving you like two options, right? It's either you wait until they find the perfect job for them that's going to pay them the amount that they want to get paid, that's going to have, the perfect schedule laid out for them, that's going to have the benefits that they want. Either you wait until they find the perfect job for them, or you wait until they graduate from school, and then get the job that they truly want and desire for themselves, and then they help you. But those are the only two options that you're kind of, they're kind of basically giving you, is basically what I'm getting. Like, you tell me what you want me to do, you know what I mean? Because if you want me to get a job immediately, you're gonna have to wait until I find the perfect job for me, or you're gonna have to wait until I graduate. Either which way, you let me know. Like, it has that type of feel to it. And like I said, if they decide to go down the route as far as finding the perfect job for them, dude, I feel like it's going to take them a minute before they find a job. Don't get me wrong, they're going to have offers, from a lot of people. But are they going to take those offers, take those job opportunities? No, because it's either the schedule is just shitty and they don't like it, or the pay is just god awful, or it's this, or it's that. They're going to find a million excuses, as to why they don't want that specific job and why they don't want that job over there. So as they're trying to find the perfect job for them, here you are kind of like carrying this massive burden all by yourself, and it's getting tough, and it's getting very, very tough for you. Is basically what I was doing. All right, so that's what I have for you, Aries. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.